Lloyd Augustus Hall, born June 20th, 1894, and died January 2nd, 1971, was an American chemist who contributed to the science of food preservation. By the end of his career, Hall had amassed 59 United States patents, and a number of his inventions were also patented in other countries. Lloyd Hall was born in Elgin, Illinois, on June 20th, 1894. Hall's grandmother came to Illinois using the Underground Railroad at the age of 16. His grandfather came to Chicago in 1837 and was one of the founders of the Ken Chapel AME Church. He became the church's first pastor in 1841. Hall's parents, Augustus and Isabel, both graduated high school. Although Lloyd was born in Elgin, his family moved to Aurora, Illinois. He graduated in 1912 from East Side High School in Aurora. After graduating school, he studied pharmaceutical chemistry at Northwestern University, earning a Bachelor of Science and a master's degree at the University of Chicago. At Northwestern, Hall met Carroll L. Griffith, who, with his father, Enoch L. Griffith, founded Griffith Laboratories. The Griffiths later hired Hall as their chief chemist. After leaving the university, Hall was hired by the Western Electric Company after a phone interview. Unfortunately, the company refused to hire Hall after they discovered he was black. Hall then went to work as a chemist for the Department of Health in Chicago, followed by a job as chief chemist with the John Morrell Company. During World War I, Hall served with the United States Ordnance Department, where he was promoted to Chief Inspector of Powder and Explosives. In 2004, he was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame for his work. Following the war, Hall married Maureen Newsom, and they moved to Chicago so he could work for the Boyer Chemical Laboratory, again as chief chemist. Following this, Hall became president and chemical director for Chemical Products Corporation's Consulting Laboratory. In 1925, Hall took a position with Griffith Laboratories where he remained for 34 years. Lloyd Hall devoted much of his life and efforts to food science curing meat, particularly to improving a curing salt marketed by Griffith Laboratories known as flash drying. This product originated with German chemist Karl Max Seifert, developer of a process whereby solutions of sodium chlorine and one or more secondary salts were sprayed onto hot metal and rapidly dried, producing crystals of the secondary salts encased inside of a shell of sodium chloride. Seifert patented the process in 1934 and sold the rights to Griffith Laboratories. The adaptation of Seifert's processes, specifically for curing meat, was then patented by company owner Enoch L. Griffith, who proposed nitrites and nitrates, well-known curing agents, as the secondary salts. Lloyd Hall is often falsely credited with the original invention of Seifert's process. However, Hall took a leading role in developing the patent after it was sold to Griffith Laboratories, adding hygroscopic agents such as corn sugar and glycerin to inhibit caking of the powder. Most of his patents in meat curing dealt with either preventing caking of the curing composition or remedying undesired effects caused by the anti-caking agents. Hall also investigated the role of spices in food preservation. It was common knowledge that certain seasonings had antimicrobial properties, but Hall and co-worker Carroll L. Griffith found that some spices carried many bacteria, as well as yeast and mold spores. To counter these problems, they patented in 1938 a means to sterilize spices through exposure to ethylene oxide gas, a fumigant. This method was all but abandoned upon the discovery that ethylene oxide was a toxic carcinogen. Hall and Griffith later promoted the use of ethylene oxide for the sterilization of medical equipment, helping to advance an idea that had been around for several years. Hall also invented new uses of antioxidants to prevent food spoilage, especially the onset of rancidity in fats and oils. Aware that unprocessed vegetable oils frequently contain natural antioxidants such as lecithin that slowed their spoilage, He developed means of combining these compounds with salts and other materials so that they could be readily introduced to other foods. Lloyd Augustus Hall will go down as one of the greatest African American inventors of all time.
Thanks for watching the Urban Nerds Worldwide channel. Be sure to hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are supporting Urban Nerds and supporting this project that we're doing. We're looking forward to seeing you in the future. Peace, love, and hair grease.